have to say welcome back, Jeremy. It is a treat to have you back among our family. Wonderful introduction. I think a lot of times we forget that the introduction that we write for the general evaluator or the Toastmaster up here is very important because it uses part of your time. I mean, it allows you to have time in your speech, so please use that. It gave us the background for where Jeremy had been, so when he got up here to give his speech, he was able to start fresh and give us his intro, which was also excellent, with the quote from the movie of The Lord of the Rings. That was a great quote as it defined what you were going to talk about, your adventure, and then your goals when you got back home. You also added that Sam and Frodo had been on an adventure and then they came back home, because some people may not have seen The Lord of the Rings, so thank you for doing that. You inebriate us with your humor throughout, which is always wonderful. It was easy to follow and easy to engage because of that. You started your speech with your adventure, and he told us about the financial stuff, which I'm not even going to go through and list it because it went over my head. I would have given a little bit less of that because you could have used that at the end, a little bit more time at the end, instead of going through an entire list. 2 or 3 of those are overwhelming to us anyway. You gave us a special time, and I wish you'd even elaborated on that when you got back home, because when you talked about welcome, I'm back, I wanted to hear more of that, I think.
To be continued.
To be continued, great. You gave us the things that you did with your parents, but I think you got very emotional with your dad, and that would have been great to have a little bit more time with that. And your mom with the laundry, because that was a very emotional thing, and I think it helps us see what you had experienced, and then come home and sort of tell us what you were doing with your house. Sort of a contrast there would have been helpful. I noticed that you used "and" a couple of times, which is unusual for you. Plus that your hands a lot were out here, and you're very good. You've been the master at using this space back here.
Yeah.
So I would watch my hands as you're talking because you get very excited about things. Again, I think the time at the end, you could have elaborated more if you'd left out some of the financial and given us that your journey, when you come home, it's just the start of another journey. It was a wonderful speech, and we're so glad to have you back. Yes.